So I'm trying a new graphics setting, 2560 by 1440 with render scaling at 50%. The hardware seems to have no problem at all rendering that to my HD screen, and it might not suit everybody's taste, but it's got a slightly soft look about it, which I quite like actually. I'm not overly fond of the crystal clear, cold kind of pixelated rendering in movies or flight sims. Anyway, to see how this flies. Actually, I know how it flies because I've been throwing it around for about an hour, really trying to convince myself that I want to stick with this new res for a while, because what I've been doing is running at HD but render scaling 50%, and that's been working very well. You get 60 frames up in the sky, but of course that's easy. It's down low that challenges the system. Now at the moment it's running at 50 to 52, and it's saying limited by main threads, so that tells me my next stage in this will be overclocking the CPU, because the GPU is also only using about a third of its, less than a third of its memory. So 55 at the moment, but let's do some extreme nonsense and see how it reacts. Now, whether the recording software can pick it up or not, what I'm seeing here is with all these little wiggles and wobbles, just absolutely silky smooth, which for the kind of silly flying I like to do a lot, playing Recon Pilot low and fast, treetop level, this is doing the job. It was doing the job before, but actually inspired by watching one of the local Aussie sim car racing savants, Boosted Media. I thought I'll just play with it a bit more, and he's right. You've got to find your own sweet spots in all these sims, so the way you like to use them. And you can't always predict which numbers are going to be the ones that work. You've got to get in there and try it out. So this is just another one of those phases. So for me, what I'm seeing here is just super duper duper smooth. And this is the field of view I like to use. It's quite wide, so you get a real sensation of speed at low level, as you can see. Now, I saw a couple of stutters just appear there on the recording side, but they were not happening in the sim. And don't get me started on that. I'm going to have to rebuild the whole recording side of this rig. I tried to go using Intel nukes and bought an external graphics card enclosure, but you know what? Just going to buy another desktop with a decent card in it. Get rid of the bottlenecks. But anyway, the flying side of it, yeah, this is just looking magnificent from my point of view. I'll just fly over the airport buildings. There's a few aircraft parked there. Some more structures. Still over 50 frames on the counter. But more importantly to me, looking out the window, it's just all going by very, very smoothly. Yeah, like that. That was 150 knots, but I'll crank it up to about 300, just do a few more passes. 200. Do over the shoulder look. Nice. Front seat. At the moment I just can't get the wide field of view I want in the front seat. That's why I keep going to the back seat. That's it. That's the view I like. Okay, 250 knots now. Let's just do a couple more passes. And yeah, this is really, that's pretty low. This is really doing it for me. These are the kind of frames I was getting in Aero Fly FS2, but of course there's probably a lot less going on in that sim than this Microsoft, which has got a heck of a lot going on. So there you go. That is pretty cool. I'll just land it. Why not? One more run past the crowd. Terrifying myself. But I didn't do an inverted pass. And there you go. You can't see much, but it was smooth. Okay, I'll just do a ridiculous landing. Out with our sheddies, here we go. Over the top, so to speak. Gear down. Full flaps. Speed brake out. I'm not even sure this is possible. We'll find out. I think we'll be fine. 200 knots. .163. Speed brake in. 146. Easy peasy. There we go. 114, that'll do. So there we go. A new sweet spot found.